Well, good evening, everyone. We're going to get our program started. We have a lot of great top scholars that we want to celebrate tonight. I want to welcome you. I'm John Zeri, and I am honored to serve as the principal of Hamilton High School. It is with great pride and appreciation that we come together tonight to celebrate the outstanding achievements of our top scholars. This evening is especially meaningful as we recognize these students for their academic excellence and acknowledge the mentors, educators, and loved ones who have supported them throughout their journey. I'd like to share a few highlights about this incredible group. They have earned an impressive average weighted GPA of 4.46. They have completed 725 college credit plus hours and tackled 192 combined honors and AP courses. Most impressively, they have already been awarded over $3 million in scholarships. How about a round of applause for our top scholars? These accomplishments speaks just a small portion of all of their hard work, determination, and passion for learning. Now, we're going to begin the introductions of each student. As your educational mentor introduces you, make your way, and then each scholar, when you're at the podium, share your future plans, introduce your mentor, recognize any special guests who have supported you along the way. Once again, congratulations to you all. Thank you for being here, and please enjoy the program.
Hello, my name is Paul Lowley. It's my pleasure to introduce Alexis Bell, this year's Hamilton High School valedictorian. A word that comes to mind when I think of Alexis is leadership. She has an infectious, welcoming attitude that commands respect and brings people together in a way that I think goes beyond her years. As Alexis's public art teacher, one memorable experience I have with Alexis is her designing a mural on the outside of the auditorium. Despite being a senior and ready to coast to graduation in her last semester, she chose to invest in inventing her own project and leading it. And I think that gets to the heart of who Alexis is. One thing that stands out to me most about Alexis is her complete devotion to everything. Alexis is skilled in so many things, but what impresses me is that she puts equal passion and effort into everything, even those things that might not be strengths. I've rarely seen a student involved in so many activities, so interested in everything they pursue. And I've never met a student with such a genuine love of learning, who takes such selfless joy in helping and being a part of something bigger than she is. Join me in celebrating Alexis Bell.
So, hello everyone. As many of you may know, I'm Alexis Bell. For my future, I plan to become a forensic anthropologist like Kathy Reichs, if you've ever seen the show Bones. I'm committed to Michigan State University, where I plan to double major in forensics and anthropology, while hopefully doing a little stuff with 3D art on the side. I absolutely love the campus and environment there, and am super excited to move there in August. At Michigan State, I want to be able to tell the story of a person's life through their bones and help bring justice to the victims. In the end, I would love to work with the FBI in hopes of making a difference in the world. Tonight, I am here with my family, my mom and my dad, and also my educational mentor, Mr. Lowley. I would first like to thank my family for always being there for me every step of the way to becoming valedictorian. It was incredibly difficult, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Next, I chose Mr. Lowley as my educational mentor for many reasons. I didn't have him in class until second semester this year, but I have known him almost my entire life. As many of you may know, my mom works here and has worked at the high school for a while. She used to co-teach a photography class with him. And despite his goofy appearance to many of his students, he is one of the most hardworking, creative people I know. He knows when to put in the work for the important stuff and when to have fun. I respect him wholeheartedly and look up to him as a person. My forte when it comes to art is mainly three-dimensional stuff, so throughout my whole process of designing mural, he has been there for me every step of the way and making sure I can learn and that I can understand the basics of 2D drawing. He also proves that successful people can also be procrastinators, which gives me hope. He is genuinely one of the most talented people I know, and I'm so glad that he got to be my teacher, even if it was for a short while.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Wagner. It is my pleasure to introduce to you tonight the class of 2025 salutatorian Hazel Culver. A word that comes to mind when I think of Hazel is history maker. As Hazel's swim coach and history teacher, there are many memorable experiences I've had with her. I believe one of my favorite memories was her junior year at the district swim meet, getting to tell her that she made it to the state meet in the 100 breaststroke. She swam an incredible race, and I just remember thinking, oh my God, this is it. She finished 9th in the district, which made her 31st in the state. We were absolutely ecstatic to see how well she swam, and even more excited to travel with her to Canton. She is the first female swimmer in Hamilton history to qualify for the state meet, and I wanted to roll out the red carpet for her because she deserves it. It was my first time to the state meet as a coach, and it was so special to get to spend the weekend with Hazel. One thing that stands out to me about Hazel is her friendly nature. Hazel is without a doubt one of the friendliest young ladies at Hamilton High. She sees the good in everyone and is always willing to lend a helping hand. She is encouraging, supportive, and everyone's biggest cheerleader. Join me in celebrating the talented and fabulous Hazel Culver. Love you, girl.
Thank you, Wagner. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hazel Culver, and I will be graduating as the salutatorian of Hamilton High School's class of 2025. In the fall, I plan on attending Miami University with a major in interior design. I decided on this college because of its proximity to home and the many benefits it has to offer me with being connected to the community and, of course, its great interior design program. After graduating college, I hope to work as an interior designer either for my dad's company, another company, or eventually starting my own business. The educational mentor I've brought with me today is Wagner, Mrs. Wagner, or Coach Wagner, as she has been a huge influence on my academics as my sophomore history teacher and my 4 years of high school swim coach. Without her, I definitely would not have been able to qualify for states or do the amazing accomplishments I did with swimming. The family I brought with me here tonight would be my mom and my dad, Jeremy and Carly Culver, who have been the best parents ever with supporting me and all of my goals through my entire years of school. I love you both so much. Thank you everyone for coming out here tonight to support all of us scholars. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chrissy Fox, and it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce Jacob Alexander. Jacob's friends actually call him Jal, which just is an abbreviated version of his full name. Jal is a very talented young man who holds himself to the highest standard of excellence in everything he does. I first met Jal when he was a freshman in my choir. He was the only baritone in a class of girls and sang his heart out every single day. I was very impressed with his ability to hold a vocal part against a group of altos and sopranos. During the last 4 years, I've watched Jacob take on new roles and responsibilities here at Hamilton High School. He was the field commander for the band, the president of NHS, the president of Tri-M, and BBC. He is also an important member of the academic quiz team and a key member in both Enharmonics and Prestige. Some students do these things just to build their resume, but not Jal. Jacob took on these various commitments because he is a born leader and recognized as such by his peers. I have worked with Jal in different capacities, and I can attest to his drive to always give 100%. I can honestly say I will miss Jacob Alexander, also known as Jal, when he graduates in just a few short weeks. It has been an honor to work with him and watch him grow into the young man he is today. At this time, please join me in celebrating Jacob Alexander.
Thank you, Chrissy. My name is Jacob Alexander, or Jal, and with me today is Mrs. Christina Fox and my aunt, Vicki Alexander. Mrs. Fox has been my choral teacher, show choir director, and one of my most trusted mentors throughout high school. She's taught me to dance like nobody's watching and to be my best self, even when life makes that difficult to do. Also with me is my aunt, Vicki Alexander. She's been with me for as long as I can remember, and I couldn't ask for a better guardian, aunt, or friend. She's done so much for me, I don't think I could begin to tell you all of it. Thank you, Vicki, for all you do and all you've done for me. This fall, I plan to attend Miami University and major in biology. I chose Miami because I'm getting quite a large financial package, and yeah, I know, woohoo. And so that'll make college very nice and affordable and doable for me. After college, I plan to find a career in environmental research or attend medical school. Once again, I'd like to thank my mentor, Ms. Fox, and Aunt Vicky for all that they've done for me. I couldn't have made it here without them. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Paul Dixon. It is my pleasure to introduce Preston Brooks. A word that comes to mind when I think of Preston is consistent. As Preston's band teacher, I am most impressed with his attitude of whatever is best for the band. He's willing to step in and do whatever role is needed. Preston is one of our marching band student conductors, as well as conducting the pep band, playing in the jazz band, and playing bassoon, a very difficult instrument in concert band. He's a doer and a problem solver. Preston has a very bright future ahead of him. A few things that stand out to me about Preston is his calm confidence. Join me in celebrating Preston Brooks.
Hello everybody, my name is Preston Brooks, and I want to start off by saying thank you to my mom and dad for being here for me tonight and for supporting me throughout my whole educational career. I also want to say thank you to my special guest, Mr. Dixon, who invited me to march with the marching band when I was in just 7th grade. I've been heavily involved ever since, and it's a great thing and a second home to me. And I have him to thank for that. I'm going to be going to Miami University in the fall and majoring in political science on a pre-law track. I chose Miami because of the convenience and financial benefits. My end goal is to attend law school after Miami and make a career out of that by being a lawyer.
Hello, my name is Mike Senderhouse. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce Cole Coomer as one of this year's top scholars. Words that come to mind when I think of Cole are calm, cool, and collected. As Cole's CCP government teacher, I don't have just a single memorable experience with Cole in class. The entire time was memorable. Cole came to class prepared and was an active participant in class discussions on a wide variety of both political and non-political topics. He was a steady force in class and always found a way to produce quality work. I used Cole's local government report from last year to show this year's CCP Gov students what a solid paper looks like. Cole has a steady demeanor about himself, and I see him demonstrate this as a leader in the graphics department of the student newspaper. I cannot wait to hear about the great things that Cole accomplishes in the future. Join me in celebrating Cole Coomer.
Good evening. My name is Cole Coomer, and I will most likely be keeping my eyes down as I read directly from this sheet of paper. As someone who would much rather exist unseen and unrecognized for actions that many are capable of, I regret to inform you that my aspirations for learning and performing decently in school has landed me in this unfavorable situation of public speaking. At any rate, I plan to attend someplace local, but I'm leaning towards Miami University. This is mainly because of the community, environment, people, and offered scholarships and manageable tuition costs. I plan to major in something related to the wonderful field of science, whether that be biology, conservation and sustainability, environmental science, or even something hyper-specific like entomology, and no, that is not to be confused with the study of words. I hope to perform field work and feel like I am benefiting this world that we as a species take for granted and owe so much to. My educational mentor is Michael Sunderhouse, and he taught U.S. government back in junior year. He's overall just a cool guy who instilled the importance of community involvement / participation, as well as being knowledgeable on the mechanics of government and various policies. Aside from that, he is also a big supporter and advocate for our country's parks and enjoys the delightful outdoors. As for the guests I have with me, my father, Kevin Coomer, and my mother, Karen Coomer. My thanks goes out to everyone who has supported me, whether teacher or friend, yes, but especially to my parents for always being there for me and facilitating my ongoing growth into what I hope is a good person with values that benefit this planet. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marina Caldwell, and it is my honor and privilege to introduce top scholar Peyton Davis. Some words that come to mind when I think of Peyton are helpful, humorous, industrious, and respectful. As Peyton's calc teacher for the past 2 years, we have shared so many great memories teaching and learning together. Peyton gives 100% effort in any class that he's in, and even with all of his high-level classes and extracurriculars and sports, he takes time to help his peers. Like on the last day of first semester, after finishing a rigorous Calculus 2 exam, he spent time tutoring his AP Physics classmates. From calculus and physics all the way to mythology, Peyton does not settle for good enough. He always strives for excellence, no matter the challenge. One thing that stands out most to me about Peyton is his sense of humor. Like the time last year in Calc 1 when Aiden wasn't getting the same answer as the rest of us when he typed something into his calculator and Peyton goes, "Is your calculator in radians?" Even though the problem had nothing to do with trig. If you don't get that joke, you just trust me, it's funny. I am so immensely proud of Peyton and everything that he's accomplished. I could go on, but I was instructed to keep this brief. So please join me in celebrating Mr. Peyton Davis.
Good evening. My name's Peyton Davis. In the fall, I plan to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point. There are several reasons that I chose to attend the Military Academy. The main one being the ability to help defend the country I call home. And the challenges and struggles I will go through at West Point will not only prepare me for life as an officer, but teach me the skills to succeed at anything I put my mind to. While at the Military Academy, I plan to study civil engineering and would like to pursue a career as an engineering officer in the Army Corps of Engineers. My educational mentor is Ms. Caldwell. She was my math teacher for 2 years and helped push me to get better every day. Her class was always one I was looking forward to, and even though it was not always the easiest, she always made sure that we understood the material the best she could. I would like to thank her for pushing me the past 2 years, and would also like to thank her for her help with the application to West Point. With me today, I have my mom, Carrie Davis, and my dad, Nicholas Davis. I cannot thank them enough for the opportunities they have given me in life and for always being there for me. I would not be the person I am today without their guidance and love over my childhood. They taught me to never settle for anything other than my best, and they gave me the confidence to never be afraid of failure. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mr. Graham. It is my pleasure to introduce Lily Fangman. A word that comes to mind when I think of Lily is creative and outgoing. As Lily's science teacher, one memorable experience I have with her is when I had students act out a cell in class. Lily and her friends went above and beyond in this assignment, raiding my back room, my cabinets, for all the props that they could find. In their reenactment of how a cell works, they went so far into above and beyond where they put Hazel in a large tub and dragged her across the desk just to show how a cell would move material throughout its cytosol. This really only scratches the surface of Lily's creative and outgoing energy. One thing that stands out to me most about Lily is how much she put into this school. She's involved in so many different groups, some of which are focusing on making this high school a more enjoyable place to be. She is always helping others, from giving tours to new students, attempting to organize my classroom, and being a leader in the classroom. Join me in celebrating Lily Fangman.
Hi, my name is Lillian Fangman. I'm not 100% committed to a college yet. Right now, my top options for college are between Bowling Green and then Miami Oxford. Both of these are very nice schools, and I was accepted into their honors programs and offered scholarships. I've heard great things about both schools, and I think that no matter which school I go to, I'll enjoy it. I'm choosing to go into college undecided because I don't want to decide on a major that I'm not certain is right for me. This will give me the opportunity to explore multiple career paths and find a major that feels right. My educational mentor that I have with me is Mr. Graham. He was my CCP biology teacher last year, and he's a great teacher as well as just a great person to talk to. During my free periods at school, me and my friends sit in Mr. Graham's back room and work on our schoolwork, play cards, make food, and help him and Miss Eyrig with any random tasks that they have for us. Mr. Graham is always offering to help us with any of our AP Physics work or anything else we need. My high school experience would not have been the same without Mr. Graham, so thank you for letting me be a part of your cult of students that gather in your back room. I would also like to thank my mom, Lori Fangman, and my grandma, Lawana Dillingham, for everything you guys have done for me. No matter what, you guys are always there for me when I need anything, and I know I can always count on you. My grandma has always told me that I was going to be in the top of my class, and it's something she's always hoped for me ever since I wrote her a little book in elementary school. And I never would have made it here without her believing in me and helping me get here. I also owe a lot to my mom. Even though we may butt heads at times, she's always there for me, and she always helps me get everything I need. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, from giving me rides to all of my thousands of places I have to be and always being a constant support. So thank you guys.
Hello, my name is Michael Neary, and it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce Ethan Hamblin. As I look back on my time having Ethan in class as both a student and as an assistant, a word that comes to mind is independence. He is one of the most dedicated individuals I have ever taught in my 25 years of teaching. As Ethan's media production teacher, one experience that stands out to me is when he constructed a series of fun fact videos. He was relentless in his commitment to scripting and filming his YouTube shorts. He would stay after school for hours recording and editing his videos. All of his work culminated in the creation of his own YouTube channel that already has thousands of views. Ethan has devoted a great deal of time using his gifts in media production to help out the band, our student news channel, and the Hamilton community at large. He will definitely be missed upon graduation. Please join me in celebrating Ethan Hamblin.
Hello everybody, my name is Ethan Hamblin. I plan on attending Ohio University in Athens, Ohio, all thanks to my visit during a jazz festival last year. I intend to major in digital media production, where I aim to help produce TV shows, commercials, and movies. My educational mentor, Dr. Neary, has played a crucial role in my career aspirations. Neary teaches the media communications, which inspired my passion for professional editing and has endured years of my boundless creativity. In attendance with me today are my parents, Kristen and Damon Hamlin, whom I want to thank for all the support that they've provided throughout my high school years and always being there when I needed a ride to one of my numerous extracurriculars. I'm sure deep down they'll miss doing that for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Norma Sandlin, a preschool teacher at Bridgeport Elementary School. It is my utmost honor that my youngest son, Kai Hill, and top scholar chose me as his mentor within the district, who has impacted his life the most. What an honor, to say the least. Although I have not been one of his teachers through grade school, I've had the privilege of being his pre-K teacher at the Potter's House Preschool where he attended. His love for school, respect for his friends and others, and most importantly, his love for his family was evident so young and continued through his grade school years. One word that comes to mind when I think of Kai is phenomenal. He has made being a mother of a child going through grade school seem like a breeze. I never had to doubt that he would do well academically, and I was certain of the respect that he would show his teachers daily. That was important to me as a parent. Not only has he maintained phenomenal grades, his work ethic at his job is impressive too. He makes time for his friends and enjoys being an honest and respectful teenager, but most importantly, he makes time with his family. He brings such a bright and loving light into our home, and we are so blessed to have him in our life. With graduation right around the corner, he is leaning more towards attending Miami University and majoring in mechanical engineering. I put no pressure on him because whatever he chooses in life, I have no doubt he will be successful. All I ask of him is to choose that path that will bring him the most joy, and I will be his biggest cheerleader rooting him on. So please join me in celebrating top scholar, and most importantly to me, my son, Kai Hill. I love you, bud, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Mama. My name is Kai Hill. I plan to attend Miami Regionals. The factor that caused me to choose this college was because it was the closest to home. My major will be in mechanical engineering, and what I hope to attain with this major is a job that I like and that pays well. That's really it. My educational mentor is my mom, Norma Sandlin. She has been important to my success because she has taught me to respect my teachers, and she also put into perspective how much teachers really care about their students. My other guest here is my stepdad, Jeff Sandlin. And I would like to thank my family that couldn't be here today, my friends, and the teachers that have helped me along the way. Thank you.
My name is Darcy Sullivan. It is my pleasure to introduce Michaela Hodge. It was an honor to be Michaela's honors chemistry teacher during her sophomore year at HHS. I had the unique opportunity to teach her again the following year as she expanded her chemistry knowledge in AP Chemistry. She was not afraid of the challenging material and put in lots of long hours to earn herself a top score on the final AP Chemistry exam. When reflecting on Michaela in my chemistry classroom, the first thing that comes to mind is her infectious giggle. Michaela loves to laugh and has a great sense of humor. What stands out to me the most about Michaela is her ability to balance her busy academic schedule with her extracurricular activities and friendships. Michaela sets high standards for herself and has an impeccable work ethic. She also has a fun, friendly personality that people are naturally drawn to. She is someone that anyone would want to have in their corner. She is kind, supportive, funny, and an animal lover. I have to shout out her cats, Toast and the baby. Michaela, I am so very proud of you and can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Join me in celebrating Michaela Hodge.
Hello, my name is Michaela Hodge, and I am attending Ohio State University in the fall. I plan to major in biochemistry while doing the pre-veterinary medicine program and hopes to one day become a veterinarian. I would like to thank my educational mentor tonight, Mrs. Sullivan, who was my honors and AP chemistry teacher during my sophomore and junior year. She not only helped me discover my love for chemistry and science, but also has been a huge support for me both academically and emotionally. I would also like to thank my band directors, Mr. Dixon and Mr. Naylor, for taking a chance on me my sophomore year, even though I had no prior experience. Through them, I have learned the importance of responsibility and character. Lastly, I would like to thank my mom, who I brought with me tonight. She is both my biggest supporter and my best friend. I will be forever grateful to her for the sacrifices she has made to get me to where I am today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathy Petrovich. It is my pleasure to introduce Carter Isaacs. A word that comes to mind when I think of Carter is quiet strength. Carter is a man of few words, but he is very aware of what's going on around him. He's a thinker, and he will think before he acts. He makes smart decisions and always looking to make a better version of himself. I had the pleasure of being Carter's fourth grade teacher. One experience that I have with Carter is watching him become an amazing football player. I've watched him play for many years and cannot wait to see where his life takes him. One thing that stands out about me most about Carter is his humbleness. Join me in celebrating Carter Isaacs.
My name is Carter Isaacs, and unfortunately I'm unable to be here in person due to my participation in the Ohio All-Star football game. I'm planning on attending Gardner-Webb in North Carolina. I picked here because they gave me a full ride to play football and get an education and enjoy the weather. I chose international business as my major. With this, I plan to start a business or get into the business industry once I'm done playing football. Ms. Petrovich is my educational mentor, and she was my fourth grade teacher at Bridgeport. She has always been my favorite teacher because she was so nice to me and built a real bond. She was always so supportive and came to my football games since I was in fourth grade. I would like to thank my mom for always pushing me to be better and constantly reminding me that the student part always comes first when being a student athlete. I would also like to thank all my teachers that taught me, because without them, I wouldn't be here. And I also want to congratulate the other 19 members that made it.
Hello, my name is Haley Atkins. It is my pleasure to introduce Elijah Lay. A word that comes to mind when I think of Elijah is driven. As Elijah's swim coach, one memorable experience I have with Elijah is at sectionals his sophomore year. After trying out the sport for the first time, Elijah dropped 5 seconds in the 100 free. He was a full body length ahead of everyone else in his heat, and the announcer was giving live updates. From my personal experience swimming and coaching, I've never seen an athlete try the sport for the first time and improve so much just over 3 seasons. Elijah was at practice every single day, asking questions, listening to feedback, making changes, and pushing himself. This shows Elijah's drive to do the best at everything he does. Not only is Elijah an incredible athlete, he is a very intelligent and hardworking student. Elijah is also driven to be a good person and teammate. He's been there to help teammates, encourage them, and hold them accountable. He helps to create an environment where working hard and doing your best is fun. I have no doubt that these qualities will make Elijah successful in anything he chooses to do in his life. Please join me in celebrating Elijah Lay.
Thank you. I chose Atkins as my educational mentor today because she played a vital role in my success as a part of the swim team. Without her and Wagner's help, I wouldn't have been able to become such a success at the sport of swimming. I would also like to thank my parents and my siblings who are here today. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I did, and without their support, I don't know where I'd be. The colleges I plan to attend are undecided, so I'm still considering Purdue, the University of Denver, and the University of Cincinnati because of their great strengths in engineering and their exploratory programs and all the great experiences I could have from them. I plan to go to college as an engineering exploratory student because of my undecidedness on engineering. I'd like to have a special thanks to Mr. Jones for putting up with me and my friends, and he's been one of the realest teachers I've had for the last 3 years. Thank you guys.
Hello, my name is Tim Carpenter, and it is my pleasure to introduce Cesar Lerdo. As Cesar Lerdo's carpentry teacher, one memorable experience I have is being at Butler Tech for the Skills USA regional competition. Cesar placed 5th in technical-related math. One thing that stands out to me most about Cesar is his willingness to get dirty in the lab. It has been fun to have one of Hamilton's top students in the carpentry lab with us. I'm looking forward to seeing where Cesar's future takes him. Join me in celebrating Cesar Lerdo.
Thank you, Carp. For starters, after high school, I plan on attending the University of Cincinnati. I heard there were a lot of really good things about their programs and their offers and their co-op programs. For my major, I've chosen the architectural engineering, and I hope to become an architect one day, or maybe an interior designer. Who knows? The mentor I have chosen is Tim Carpenter. Sorry, stage fright. He goes by many names. I heard Tim Bear. We love to call him Mr. Carp. My favorite one being the Stud. And yes, he is a carpenter. His name is Mr. Carpenter. I really hope his teachings will become the foundation of what I want to do in life. I've chosen architectural engineering because it involves math and carpentry. I have both my mother and my brother here today, Angelica Lerdo, Daniel Lucas Lerdo. Without them, I wouldn't be here right now. I love them with all my heart, and I am forever grateful for them. I like to give thanks to some people in this room. I'm not gonna call them out though, but without them, I don't think I would also be here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Matt Eaton. It's my pleasure to introduce Mason Malone. As Mason's physics teacher, I was always remember the relative ease with which he's able to pick up difficult concepts. No matter how demanding the problem, Mason never gave up and was always willing to help his classmates better understand. One of the things that stands out the most about Mason is his willingness and drive to excel in every aspect of education. Whether it's on the basketball court or in the classroom, Mason always displays a tremendous work ethic and a level of grit. The only fault I could find in Mason is his absolute obsession with LeBron James and the delusional opinion that he is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. I guess I'll have to get him a copy of MJ's highlight tape for graduation. Join me in celebrating Mason Malone.
You're wrong. I'm excited to share that I will be attending Coastal Carolina University next year. CCU offers amazing opportunities, especially in the field I plan to study. The professors and the campus environment will undoubtedly set me up for success, as they are deeply committed to students' well-being and work hard to help them succeed. I plan to major in finance with the hope of eventually becoming a personal financial advisor. I invited Mr. Eaton to be my educational mentor because I truly believe that he wants his students to understand the material and not just prepare for a test. His focus is on helping us learn in a way that we will retain the knowledge long after the test is over. He creates a classroom environment that makes me excited to come to class every day. Tonight, I'm proud to have my mom and dad here with me. I want to thank them for raising me not only to be an independent person, but also an independent student who strives for success without relying on others. From a young age, they taught me the importance of hard work and how results are a direct reflection of the effort I put in. Thank you for all being here tonight.
Hello, my name is Brittany Blevins, and it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Carson Martin. A word that comes to mind when I think of Carson is thoughtful. Whether in his writing, discussions, or interactions with others, he is always thinking deeply and considering different perspectives. Carson was in my 7th period honors English class that was full of big personalities and big hair, and he was a steady, thoughtful presence that we all needed. He was a leader in the way he kept discussions meaningful without ever overpowering the room. That class was full of laughter and a little bit of chaos, and Carson was one of the reasons it was also one of my all-time favorites. One thing that stands out to me most about Carson is his ability to balance intelligence with humor and kindness. He's the kind of student who makes a teacher's job not just easier, but better. If my own son grows up to have Carson's curiosity, work ethic, and good nature, I will consider that a huge win. Carson is a remarkable young man, and I can't wait to see where these qualities take him in life. Join me in celebrating Carson Martin.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well this evening. You know, if I knew being a top scholar involved delivering a speech, I probably would have just gave up on school in general. But I plan to go to Miami University in Oxford. I chose this because it's local and it's close to home, and I don't want to leave my family. And it also has a rich community and good educational programs. At Miami, I tend to major in either anthropology or history, as I've always found the past that builds us intriguing. With either of these majors, I have to work as a history teacher, a museum curator, or archaeologist. My traditional mentor is Miss Blevins. She taught me English all the way back in sophomore year. She is easily one of, if not the most influential teacher I've ever had. She made learning an enjoyable experience, and her relatability with students only compounded this. Not only this, but her embrace of the subjective nature of reading and English in general resonated with me. People can get completely different meanings out of the same piece of art, and that is okay. Lastly, acting out Shakespeare made it much more memorable and actually entertaining. My mother and father accompany me today and are the biggest influences in my life. I am beyond grateful for all they do for me, and they did a phenomenal job raising me. They keep my standards high and instilled a potent work ethic that permeates every aspect of my being. Thank you for all your time.
Hello, my name is Erin Reed. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Camilla Nieto. A word that comes to mind when I think of Camilla is determination. As Camilla's Young Life leader, one memorable experience I have with Camilla is getting to experience her wit and sense of humor. Camilla is smart, funny, and always makes people feel seen and welcome. One thing that stands out to me most about Camilla is her drive to succeed. When she sets her mind to something, it gets accomplished. Join me in celebrating Camilla Nieto.
Thank you, Erin. I plan on attending The Ohio State University because it's one of the top schools in the nation for computer science, which is my intended major. I want to be a software engineer after getting my bachelor's. Tonight I brought Erin Reed as my educational mentor because she has been teaching me throughout high school despite being an elementary teacher. Because she knows both me and my brother, she's been able to be a mentor for me. I've also brought my parents as they have supported me and trusted me to do my schoolwork. I'm very grateful for my recognition, despite attending Butler Tech full-time and only going to Hamilton High School's campus for 1 year. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sharon Berger. It is my pleasure to announce Jocelyn Olis. A word that comes to mind when I think of Jocelyn is dedicated. As Jocelyn's 5th grade math teacher and enrichment teacher, one memorable experience I have with Jocelyn is the first time I met her. She was standing at attention during open house, and I remember saying to her, "At ease, soldier, 5th grade isn't going to be that bad." There were so many laughs and positive moments that I can't pick one because there's so many of them. The one thing that stands out to me the most about Jocelyn is her intelligence, her dedication to always being her best, and just the fact that she's a kind individual. Please join me in celebrating Jocelyn Ollis.
I'm attending Miami University. I will be graduating with my bachelor's in 2 years debt-free by going to Miami, but the main reason I'm choosing this university is because I'll get to stay at home with my cats. I'm studying applied mathematics, which I hope will lead me to getting my PhD. Today I brought my 5th grade science and math teacher, Miss Berger. She used to make me do problems entirely with mental math, and she invited me to the enrichment club for gifted students. I also brought my Nana, who always supplied me with endless amounts of books and gave me spelling tests every time I visited. She always encouraged every passion I had, and I knew she always believed in me more than anyone else. Lastly, my dad, who never got tired of my endless questions and urged me to learn as much as I possibly could. He is the reason I am pursuing mathematics and has given me the confidence that I will succeed.
Hello, my name is Kyle Jones. It's my pleasure to introduce Chase Pinkerman. A phrase that comes to mind when I think about Chase is deceptively diligent. As Chase's engineering teacher, there have been a whole lot of experiences, but recently I have enjoyed watching him work with a group of friends to build a custom arcade cabinet. Join me in celebrating Chase Pinkerman.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. I plan to attend Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. I chose Miami because it's close to home. My dad attended Miami, and I really loved the campus when I visited it. My major is going to be engineering management with a concentration in environmental engineering. I'm hoping to find a career in engineering management or environmental engineering in the public or private sector where I can help solve problems relating to the earth. From school, I've brought my engineering teacher, Kyle Jones, who I've had since my sophomore year. He's a great educator who makes sure to help all of his students and has helped me grow and develop as a student and a person. And with me from my family are my mom and my dad, Brenda and Jack Pinkerman, who are amazing and have supported me in every way through my educational career and continue to do so going forward, and I love them very much.
Hello, my name is Suzanne Huber. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Michaela Platt. When I think of Michaela, the word that comes to mind is inspirational. She has a way of bringing positivity and determination into everything she does. Beyond her talent and hard work, what makes Michaela truly special is the impact she has on those around her. My own daughter looks up to her in so many ways, and I can see why. She is the kind of person who leads by example and lifts others up. As Michaela's Honors Algebra 2 teacher, one moment that stands out to me is watching her motivate and encourage her classmates every single day. From cracking codes to using matrices with her friends to playfully complaining about math one day and loving it the next, she always brought energy and joy into the classroom. No matter how tough the lesson was, her enthusiasm never wavered. And honestly, her presence always made my day brighter. What impresses me most about Michaela is her unwavering dedication. Balancing swim, dance, cheer, and track while excelling in her academics is no easy feat. Yet she does it with grace, determination, and a competitive spirit. She doesn't just participate, she thrives, and she sets an incredible example for young girls who dream of doing it all. Michaela is one of the hardest working students I've ever had the privilege of teaching. She pours her heart into everything she does, and her passion, resilience, and kindness make her a joy to be around. Please join me in celebrating the incredible and inspiring Michaela Platt.
Thank you, Mrs. Huber. Hi, my name is Michaela Platt, and in the fall, I am attending Arizona State University in Phoenix. I chose this college for many reasons, including their nationally ranked journalism program and prestigious honors program. These programs will put me a step ahead in reaching my goal in my future career. Also, I got the opportunity to visit, and I absolutely loved it there. The scenery was so nice, especially the palm trees, and I think I'll be very happy living there. My major will be sports journalism, and I hope to someday become a sports broadcaster. My dream job is to be a sideline reporter for ESPN. I was selected to be a part of the Cronkite School's Women Leaders in Sports Journalism program, which is a learning community of high-achieving women pursuing their undergraduate sports journalism degree. My educational mentor is Mrs. Huber. She has always been incredibly supportive of both inside and outside of the classroom. Not only has she shared valuable knowledge with me, but she has also inspired me to push beyond my limits, think critically, and stay focused on my goals. I am grateful for the time she has invested in my growth, both personally and academically. I want to thank her for her unwavering support and for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. I am so grateful to have Mrs. Huber as my mentor. I would also like to thank my mom, Kelly Platt, and my Nana and Papa, Cheryl and Dan Griesinger, for always being so supportive of me. My family is my constant source of strength, and no matter what, I always know I can count on them. Their encouragement and positive outlook on life has always been the fuel that keeps me going. Thank you for always believing in me and for reminding me that no dream is ever too big. I am beyond grateful and truly blessed and would not be the person that I am today without your endless love and support. It takes a village, and I have an amazing one. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jamie Vinegar. It is my pleasure to introduce MJ West. When I think of MJ, I'm reminded of the story of Siddhartha, which we read during his sophomore year. An epic story depicting a young man's quest for enlightenment. It mirrors the same journey MJ is on. MJ is a seeker, a quester, an asker of unanswerable questions. As his teacher, I have so enjoyed witnessing some of this search as he held deep discussions with friends, wrote essays pondering the purpose of life, and learned firsthand through new life experiences. I know that as MJ expands his quest for meaning through college and the world beyond, he will discover treasures beyond his greatest expectations, and I can't wait to hear the life story he authors. Join me in celebrating MJ Marcus West.
Thank you, Ms. Vinegar. You know, honestly, I underestimated how much everybody else was going to write. After high school, I plan on attending Miami to hopefully get my associate's degree, in which I will transfer to UC and pursue an education in engineering, a field I have not decided on yet. For my educational mentor, I selected Mrs. Jamie Vinegar because she had such an amazing impact on me, especially during my junior year. The stresses of school were really weighing on me, and I think she treated me so much like a person and not like a student that it honestly changed my life for the best, and it helped me to get through the stresses of the high school experience. And so I honestly cannot thank her enough for that. I'm accompanied by her and also my mother and my father, who I'd like to thank them for being alongside me on my journey, but more importantly, I'd like to thank my friends, most of which are in this room with us, because without them, I don't think I would have stayed on the path that brought me here. I think it is our pursuit in education that ended up having us in this room. So thank you guys.
Hello, my name is Melanie O'Brien. It is my pleasure to introduce Charlie Clay. A word that comes to mind when I think of Charlie is driven. As Charlie's healthcare science instructor, there are many memorable experiences I have had with Charlie in the classroom. However, I think my favorite memories will always be the ones where we shared our love of books. One thing that stands out to me most about Charlie is how she never shies away from making hard choices when it comes to doing what is best for her to achieve her goals. Join me in celebrating Charlie Clay.
Thank you, O'Brien. I truly couldn't have done it without you. I am a little bit different than everybody else here. I've attended college at Galen College of Nursing, the Cincinnati campus, since October 1st of 2024. My last day at the high school was actually in September, and that's probably why you haven't seen me since. They were willing to work with my schedule so that I could work full time, and they also allowed me to make my own scheduling, whether that was online or in person. And that's what has brought me to work my full-time job, and another reason that you haven't seen me in a hot minute, and also why we went from W to C in the list, because I didn't know if I'd make it here on time. My college major is obviously nursing, and I will graduate with my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing in September of 2027. My goal is to work in a women's health office with my degree, whether that's helping women, helping children, or both. My educational mentor, Miss O'Brien, has been everything I could ever need throughout my entire educational experience. She started it all for me my freshman year when I was sitting in my English class and I was set on law. She came in and she told, the whole class how she does to each and every one of you what nursing is and why you should choose it. She introduced OB nursing to me, and that's just the beginning. She's done everything. Here with me tonight, I also have my mother and father. They've supported me through everything in ways that I cannot even imagine. And I also have to thank Miss Caudell for all that she's done for me. Figuring out my path has been, like I said, a little bit different. So having these people here with me by my side has made the biggest difference, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. One of my biggest thanks goes to some individuals that cannot be here tonight, including my cat, Chip. That's my baby. I couldn't imagine my life without any of these individuals, and I'm so thankful for how they've helped me pursue my journey. And I'm also thankful for the position that I have here, even though you haven't seen me in like 6 months.
Thank you, seniors. We are very proud of all of you. Please know that after you leave our doors, the teachers that have inspired you so much will still be there for you. Anything you need, please reach out. I'd like to take a minute to have all our educators please stand up and be recognized for being so inspirational to our students. Students from the Hamilton City School District wish you the best of luck in everything that you do. We cannot wait to hear about the incredible pursuits and amazing people that you become. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. At this time, we would like to conclude the Top Scholars program and invite the scholars on stage for a group photo.